Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a Young Justice special video for the last day of Young Justice. I am doing what should have happened in Season 3. There's a lot of kind of open-ended things in this episode. You can check out my review if you want a review of this episode, but I'm just going to be talking about the open-ended stuff that we had in this episode. Like Greg Weisman said, it is a good enough ending, I think, for the show. I think it's not so cliffhanger-ish that you need more, but there's definitely doors open if they ever wanted to do more. So the ending of this episode really brings for the villains. We have Savage, Godfrey, which Godfrey's part of the Light, so we could have explored more of that in the next season. But I heard there was actually if they had another season, I heard it was going to be a time skip, so I don't know how that would have worked with the whole Darkseid story, but it could have been interesting. I definitely trust Greg Weisman if he was going to do a Season 3, how that time skip would affect everybody. Yeah, but I think in the end of this episode, the end of this episode and I guess the beginning of Season 3, if it did happen, we definitely would get more of the Light. I think they've been a problem since Season 1, and they would be the big villains. Maybe there will be another villain here and there, but I definitely think the Lights would have been the big villain for the whole series if it did continue. I think there'll probably be another story like The Reach, like kind of that sub-story. We had the Mole in the beginning, and then we had The Reach. I do think, well, maybe if they plan Season 3 to be their final season, they might have just concentrated on the Light and say that's their big villain, because that's definitely a story that still has to be concentrated. Lex being president, I think, would be a big impact on the show, and seeing either him try to run for the election or him become president and how that affected the world. I think that could have been interesting. I think the team would have grown also. It always does. Or people would have left, because I feel a lot of people didn't leave the team. I think there definitely would be reasons for people to leave the team. I think with Season 2 that happened, and I think with Season 3 people are going to leave the team also. But then add more people. I think definitely Stephanie Brown could have been a person, because she was introduced to the show as a cameo, so I think she could have definitely been a person. I also think we could have gotten a lot of flashbacks. I think it could have been a really good flashback season. You know, how did Aquagirl die? You know, how did Tula? How did Jason Todd die? I think those could be like those unanswered questions we could have gotten a lot of. How did Mal and Bumblebee turn into those high school students into the superheroes they are now? How did they find out that Superboy and Miss Martian were superheroes? I think that could have been a really interesting story that maybe we could have gotten a flashback season, but of course be primary to the Light situation. But I think it could have been a really good season if they tied it all together with flashbacks and present time. And I don't think they should have done a time skip for next season if they did have, you know, a next season. But I think it'd be really cool if they weaved in, like, somehow connecting to the main story, these flashbacks. But that could have been really cool. Honestly, I feel like Kid Flash would be alive. I think that really was just a cliffhanger for Season 2. I mean, now it's canon. Kid Flash is dead, you know. That's definitely, that happened. But I think if a Season 3 did happen, I feel like he wouldn't have died. And I feel like somehow he could have came back. I don't know, I just had a gut feeling that wasn't his end. Just the way he went, I just felt like, I just feel like he's not dead. But obviously, again, with the Season 2 ending, he's definitely dead. But if we had a Season 3, I feel like they would have explored that a little bit more. I think Superboy and Miss Martian would have been together. There would obviously be more couples. I think Nightwing would have joined the team again. I think he would have. I think he just needed a break, and we would have saw him in his normal life and saying, like, alright, well, now I'm Dick Grayson. And I guess we'll see him still as Nightwing helping Batman. But I think he just wanted a break from the team. So I think we would have saw him more of his normal life. And I think we would have saw more grieving with Flash. Well, Kid Flash with Wally. Especially through Dick, because I feel like he needed to kind of mourn. And I think that's why he did lead the team. Also, I would like to see regular Roy, you know. I think we maybe would have been able to see more regular Roy, more of the Runaways if Season 3 did happen, because they really wrapped up that those plots in season 2, even though I feel like they had more story. But those are the things I would like to, just some of the things I would like to see in season 3 if it did happen. But tell me in the comments below, what would have you liked to see in season 3? So I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is Comic Uno, and I'll have another video for a Young Justice special on Dark Avenger Inc. So go check that out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.